Welcome to the We Hack Purple podcast, where each week we meet with a different member of the information security industry to ask them what it's like to do their job. How did they get that job? What are the best and worst parts of that job? And especially, how can I go get that job? We Hack Purple is a training academy, community, a podcast, and so much more. Our main goal is to help everyone create more secure software. This week's episode, just like several episodes in a row and several episodes to come, is sponsored by the absolutely stupendous and amazing ThreadFix, powered by Denim Group. My name is Tanya Janca, and I'm your host. But you're like, Tanya, you're like furniture. You're boring. Bring on the guest. That's what we want. I know that's what everyone wants. I'm old news. Who you want to meet is Stephanie Black. So without further ado, here she is. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you, Tanya. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet everyone. And I'm grateful for the invitation.
Oh, thank you for saying yes. Okay, so I have many questions for you. First, please tell us, what is your job title and what is your job about?
Okay, I'm an account manager and cybersecurity consultant. My job is like sales, cybersecurity, and going on and advise people about what they have to do to protect their companies. Because in Panama it's normal that the people that is in charge of technology, IT, and computer engineering, the companies put them in a position that they have to take care of the cybersecurity. So that's when my works begin, and I have to advise him how to do.
Nice. Sales is an important role because if there's no sales, then businesses don't exist and they go out of business. So it's a pretty important role, and we haven't covered it yet on the show. And I have to say, personally, I'm super interested in this because my salesperson quit. Yeah, he took our training and then loved AppSec so much, he quit to go do AppSec full time. And I was like, that's not what I wanted to have happen. And so I am looking forward to learning from you because I am our temporary salesperson now. So this is really good timing on your part, Stephanie.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I began like a technician installing servers, storage, and things like that, and IPS firewalls. But someone one day called me and told me that you have to try in sales. You have the knowledge, and not all the people that are in sales have the knowledge, technical knowledge to advise people and things like that. So I accepted the challenge because it was a very huge challenge, because normally is like a stereotype. The people that work in data centers and in technical things are very shy, and I'm very shy. I can't believe I'm here talking to everyone. But I improve myself. I can't talk with everyone, right? But it's important to know the things that you have to advise to the companies, and it's important to have the courage to call people that you don't even know, and explain, because in countries like Panama and small countries and even big countries have the problem that companies think that cybersecurity is like a commodity, not even a necessity. But we have to convince them that they need be protected, be prepared, and we have to offer services and technologies that protect them from the attackers or the malicious things in the internet.
I agree with you. I think that you made a really good point there about how companies don't understand that security is a necessity. Yeah, absolutely. And also, I feel like salespeople can really help companies because they might not know what they need, and then you can kind of show them and help explain, like, so these are problems you're having, and this is how I can help you solve them. Is that true, or am I totally off base?
Yes. No, it's very true. And sometimes I have to do things that doesn't sell, like tell someone you have to do this and that, but with this and that you are not going to buy me nothing.
Yeah.
But I win the trust of the people of the company, because our objective is like, um, be that company that bring you safety, bring you like security. And
Yeah.
if you go into a company and you want to sell and you don't know what you are selling, and you are not uh, um, you doesn't know how to explain them the things that they have to do, the steps that they have to follow, because cybersecurity is like a roadmap. Like you have to have to begin in some place, and then you can go through the path, and being a company that have some kind of better security than before. And that is my job. I have to talk with them, tell them, your security is very bad. You have to begin with something.
Yes.
You have to protect. You have to know where is your critical information. You have to to know, because a lot of companies doesn't know what they have to protect.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. And they don't know they don't know.
It's exactly, it's so true. And like, when we are in this field, we know that things that people may don't know, and we are like knocking doors in a lot of company. So we can see all the things that are happening, and all the mentality that the people have, and we can took that like an advantage,
Mm-hmm.
and make a plan to explain them and to guide them, and to be a company more secure.
Oh, that's really great. So at the beginning, you were saying when you switched from a more technical role to a sales role, you because you were more introverted and more shy, and then you switched. How did you learn how to do that? And was it terrifying?
Okay. Yes, it was terrifying, and I think it's terrifying now, but it's better because I have more experience. My boss, that the person that hired me, he think he think that a person that have technical knowledge is easier to change that mentality to a salesperson, that a salesperson learned how to
Do the
be
technical.
technical, or
Yeah.
have the that knowledge. And he mentored me. I think that this is a word. He mentored me, and I learned a lot of from him. uh, he told me, you can go with me to the meeting, and you can saw all the things that I'm going to say, and all the things that I'm going to do, and you
Mm-hmm.
can learn about that. And that's the way I think I learn a lot of
Yeah.
sales things, the negotiation, and all the things that you have to do after you advise the people what they have to buy or what they have to do.
I need a sales mentor, or I need to hire another salesperson. It's too bad that you already have a good job. So there's people watching and audience members. If you have a question for Stephanie, you can put it in the chat, or if you have a comment about how, perhaps you're also shy and you're also considering a move. and how to get over that. You might notice that I am wearing a toque if you're watching. I'm wearing a B-Sides Vancouver toque. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm on Vancouver Island and it's really cold right now. And Stephanie is in Panama and it is the opposite of cold. But I think I wish I was there with her instead of vice versa. I think it being really hot sounds pretty nice.
I prefer hot weather too.
Oh yeah, much better. Okay, I have lots more questions. So you have to do all sorts of things as a salesperson. So you have to solve their problem, right? And you have to like listen to them, hear them, understand what their problem is, and then try to help them solve it. But then after do you help them too then? Like if things don't go well or they have more problems?
Yes, that's not my job to do the technical thing to help them, but I can like advise them how they have to react or how they have to take the things that they have and solve the problem. But if we have to involve like an engineer or like a cybersecurity technician, I don't know how to say the
right.
job.
Yeah.
But I call them and I say I have a customer that have a problem and I need you to go to them or connect remotely. But I have a lot of customers that call me and told me I have a problem. My boss is asking me for incident response plan or a disaster recovery plan, and I don't know how to do that, and I don't have any idea on how to do that. And I can sell the plan, or I can like tell them how to create the plan.
Yeah.
Because we have customers that we want to gain their trust. And if they are like in a hurry, in a problem, in something like that, you can't tell them I have to sell you something to solve your problem. And that kind of times you help them and you trust that in the future you're going to have the help back. So that's the kind of help that I have to do sometimes, because I can't involve an engineer, because it's money that we have to count.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's interesting. Would you say that doing sales that you had to get used to rejection? Like, it's hard. Is it hard when they say no?
Yes, for me it's very hard, very, very hard. I don't know if my personality or something like that. And because I was very shy, I began this journey being very shy. I think that maybe that's like the problem, because I have like coworkers that are very like outgoing and doesn't have, I think they doesn't have that problem, but I think no one likes the rejection. And in cybersecurity we have a lot of them that thing, because like I said, cybersecurity for most people is like a commodity, and we have to sell the problem, and we have to teach them like this is not what you think. And some people say, okay, I don't need you to teach me anything. I know what I know, and I know I don't need that, and I don't need anything. I'm good. And you feel the rejection, and some of them are very rude, so you have to get back and tell them, okay, don't worry, no problem, and you have to go. But sometimes you get you feel like, oh, I am a failure, or oh, I have a failure, or things like that. But it's not the truth, but sometimes you can have these
Yeah, like
thoughts.
doubts, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that that you have to teach some of the clients that they have a problem? Like some of them don't even realize that they would need a service because they don't understand the hot water they are in?
Yes. I we have a lot of people that they know they doesn't know.
Yeah.
They know they have a lack of experience, and uh, they ask you for teach them. No, they doesn't say I want to you to teach me, but they tell you I don't know about this subject, and tell me what I have to do, uh, where I can begin to do this. uh, I have only this budget. What is the most that I can do with this budget? I don't want to spend all of the budget in one thing that maybe is going to protect only one part. What can I do the most with this? And you have to like make a like a plan, like a strategy to do the most with that.
Yeah.
And I think this is a great job, because you have to think a lot of how to help the people to save money, but you have to win money too. You have to earn the your job, but at the same time help them to make the things possible.
That is a really good point. And I just hid myself away for a second because I wanted to listen to you. Um, what is a day like in the life of a salesperson, like doing big accounts like that? Like, what is your day to day like?
Okay, well, I have call call customers to um, ask him ask them if they need something, or what they are doing in cybersecurity, or if they have a plan and things like that. And you follow the conversation, and if they doesn't have something, or if they are lost, you took advantage of that, and you explain them how to do, or things like that. You have to make strategies for them. If they told you I need that everything, I don't have anything, you have to make a plan for them, and you have to monetize, I don't know how to say, like you have
Yeah.
to put a price for that.
Yeah.
and and then negotiate with the customer. This path took time, like it could take like 2 months or 6 months or 1 year. It depends of the biggest the project, the biggest the time that took to close a deal. But we have to do all these things with all different customers. And I think the day to day is go call customers, know if they need something, or try to know if you can put more security in their companies, and make strategy for them.
Okay. Nice. It feels like you're kind of like a person that lays out their whole solutions, and then the people go in and do the work, and you're like, you're protected. Am I exaggerating a bit? Or is it you like wave your wand, you're like, boom, you're secure now? No, it's very different, a lot more work.
No, it's very different, because you know that cybersecurity is not, it's never like unbreakable. It's never
Yes.
like that. But you can begin with baby steps, and then uh, transform a company in a company with a lot of security. It, it will be breakable, but less than a company that doesn't have all the maturity. And I think that it is important to say that uh, you can tell a person that you can help them, but it's not like unbreakable. They are going to have problems. And I say we can do this plan,
Mm-hmm.
but it's possible that you going to have like a leak. And an example, I went to a company, and they are like developing softwares,
Mm-hmm.
and it's difficult to explain them, or make them understand, or believe that is very like expensive uh, s- to give security a software that is already done, that begin the software securely, secure. You have
Yeah.
to do the code, uh, thinking in that you have to protect them, because if you finish the code and then the code is not secure, maybe you have to
Redo it.
broke all the code and begin again.
Yes, starring security at the beginning of the system development lifecycle. That I say that at least 7 times a week. I could not agree
This
with
is
you
an
more.
example.
Yeah.
Is this an example, and we have to like explain them, and say we can secure the code, we can do that, and the people think that I don't need that. I have 20 years working in programming, and I never need to secure my code. But the things are happening.
Yeah.
The things are happening. We only have to watch the news.
Yeah.
So it's important to like make a like tell the people that you need to secure all the things, and that is not happening only in my country. I i i was able to travel a lot, and I was in a program of United States government, and I work with a lot of countries around the world, and every country have the same problem, even US. Not all
Especially.
the companies, not all the entities, but they have the same problem, and the lack of personnel, the lack of human resources.
If there's money, there's someone that wants to steal it. It's just
Exactly.
a,
Yeah.
a sad fact of life. I liked what you said about how you need to explain to them, so you can't make anything unhackable. There's no like perfect product or perfect software that will never be insecure, but you want to be way more secure than all your neighbors and all your competing companies. Like you want to be so much work to attack that it's not worth it. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes, and it's not only for security, it's for business too, because it's different that you say a customer, I'm secure, I have this and this and this, and your information is secure, that you say to a customer that I don't have anything, I don't think nobody wants to hack me or something like that.
Yeah.
And the customer is going to work with the company that have security, and is this happening a lot, and the people, the companies doesn't want to secure their companies, not for the security, nor for the business, to tell the people I'm secure, I'm you can trust me, and that's the way they work normally.
That's such a good point that having your product be secure is now a selling feature. It's a thing customers want. Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, we are halfway through, and I'm going to thank our sponsor now, ThreadFix. They make the most stupendous vulnerability management system this side of the galaxy. I said I would say any sentence they wanted, and so they came up with the super funnest sentence ever, and I like it. And I also like their vulnerability management system and recommend it to clients all the time. So it's easy to say good things about a good thing. But with that, we know each other outside of this podcast through WOSEC, Women of Security, because you are a chapter leader. You founded a chapter for women of security in Panama. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your chapter or anything?
Yes, we create a WUSEC chapter Panama with two coworkers. We think that we doesn't have a lot of women in cybersecurity, not only in Panama, but around the world. And we think that we went to the like the places and the conferences and things like that, webinars, and there are only men's. And maybe I'm very shy. I already told that. And imagine that I went to a conference and the 90% are men's. I'm going to feel like intimidated, and I'm going to want to go to home.
Yeah.
So that's the reason a lot of girls and women doesn't stay in cybersecurity. And we decide to do something about that, and that's why we decide to open that chapter in Panama. We think that WUSEC, Women of Security, was a very, very beautiful project, and we wanted to be part of that.
It's so nice to make lots of lady friends. I'm like you. Every team I've been on, it's me and like 25 men. And I'm like, "Hi everyone, do you like my new dress?" No one cares. I'm just like, I changed my hair. No one cares. Sometimes you just want other women there so you can just be womanish around them and femme. And I painted my nails. Someone notice. I didn't, but if I had.
No, exactly. It's a huge problem because you can relate. If you see a woman succeeding in this career, you think, oh, I can be like her because she's a woman and she did it. And we can mentor people. We can make teams. We make teams to study, and we teach people, and we bring people to teach us. Everyone, we are like a big team. We have like a year with the chapter, and we already have like 110 subscribers, members.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's good. And Panama is a very small country, so 110 women's is a lot of women's.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations. Your chapter is bigger than my chapter on
you.
Vancouver Island. Because the pandemic is happening and a lot of countries can't meet in person, we now have an online platform that, as of yesterday, I got permission to share the link on the internet. And so if you want to join WOSEC, so first of all, you have to be a woman or a non-binary type of person. So what it means is if you're a man or you would tell someone I'm a man, then don't join, but everyone else join. And so if you go to WOSEC, so WOSEC.tribe, like, indigenous peoples have tribes, .so, like significant others. So wosec.tribe.so. And if you go there, you just make a little account and then imagine something that looks kind of like Facebook, except for there's no advertising, there's no spying, and everyone's a woman who's interested in security and wants to be a nerd with you. And so that's what we have. And because we're trying to reach people, but we couldn't be in person in most of the places. So we're like, how can we reach people? So we've launched that, and we want all of you to come hang out with me and Stephanie and everyone else. That seem reasonable? I'm so bad. Okay, so I have lots more questions. So about sales, what types of personality traits can make someone good at sales? It sounds like you have to be a good problem solver to start.
In cybersecurity, I think you have to be a problem solver because everyone have a problem with cybersecurity. But I think that it's important to be like outgoing. It's not like a key like personality that you need to have, but it's important because it opens a lot of doors. And I discovered that you can being
born that way?
But you can learn. I learn. I am here like making a podcast in English, and it's not my native language. And I was a cyber rat laboratory, like, and I'm doing this. I'm selling. I am like working with people, and you can learn about that. So I don't know what you need to have. I think you have to know cybersecurity
Yeah.
because you have to offer an advice. But I think all the things you can learn. You can learn everything. You can learn to sell. You can learn to talk with people, to make a presentation. You can learn whatever you want.
Would you say then maybe the thing that you need to be good at sales is the willingness to learn and the desire to want to learn these things so you can be good?
Totally. I think that's the thing you need to have, and I think that's the formula. I think that is.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was going to ask what type of training someone could take to be good at it, but you said you had a professional mentor. Did you take training too? Or did that person teach you like all the things?
Okay, in the sales part, he
Mm-hmm.
mentored me to sell, to all the commercial thing, like how to make a forecast, how to go into to a customer and talk with them, how do you have to I don't know how to say, nor in English nor in Spanish, I don't know how to explain that. Like you have to talk with people the certain way that you can convince them
Mm-hmm.
about something.
Yeah.
They he teach me that, and I think that all that part, all the selling part was mentored. But the cybersecurity part, I have the best mentor in the world in cybersecurity, and he teach me that we have to study every day. Cybersecurity doesn't stop, so you have to always be studying because everything is new. The hackers always the bad hackers, because hackers you can be good and bad, can do something today and tomorrow they are going to do something different, and you have to be prepared and you have to know a lot. And he told me you have to study, you have to be and they encouraged me to do woman of security. They encouraged me to be a woman that doesn't be only in sales, and oh, I'm going to try to sell, but I'm not going to know about cybersecurity, and I'm going to try to sell you something, and that's it. But he told me, why you don't like apply to like, it's like a scholarship, but for a certification course. And I apply, and I win the scholarship to make a certification. I think that was the Community Security Plus course, and I did it. He was the teacher in the course, and then I do the exam and I pass and I have the certification and the thing. But that was like a beginning to becoming like the beginning of my path in cybersecurity. After that, I study every week. He told me, you have, if you want to learn this, you have to begin with this, and he is guiding me about all the path, and he's telling me, I am teaching you this because I want that you mentor other girls, and you became like a mentor for girls, for women, and then they are going to become mentors too. And we have like a network, very big network of women's specialists and mentors and things like that.
How do you think we could get more women involved in security? Like, you went from being really shy and then powering through everything anyway and being brave and just following your dream and doing your thing. How can we get more women and girls to, I guess, put the fear aside and just go do the scary thing anyway? Do you have any ideas? Like, what about you? How did you do it?
Sorry, I don't know why I think that the women's are more like shy than men's. I don't know why. I I saw the Mentoring Monday, and if I told my members of the Panama chapter, oh, you can take advantage of the Mentoring Monday of Women of Security, Victoria, whatever, and they're not going to use it. They are not going to write no one, and they are not going to do that because they are so shy that they doesn't do that. I don't know why, and we are struggling to change that. I think that my advantage is that I have people like pushing me, like my mentor. I didn't ask him for help. He was like a person that born to teach people. He has a community for women's, men's, and everyone, and he think that the community doesn't have a lot of girl. And he knew me when I was like a technician, and then he knew me. He saw me selling, and he made me think she's going to leave cybersecurity, and she's going to start only selling things, and she's going to quit the cybersecurity thing and the technical thing. And maybe because of that, he told me that you have to study, you have to stay in this. And that cybersecurity is my passion. So when he told me that, I think, oh, maybe I'm not studying like before. Maybe I don't not doing the things that I used to do. And he told me, we are going to do that. You have to participate in that scholarship. I am going to wait for your application and things like that. He's pushing me all the time to, and it's awesome. I really do a lot of things very very important because of that. And I think that everyone deserve have a mentor that push you to, that saw your like your capabilities and things. I can push that person to be successful because I noticed that that person is like behind because their personality or the opportunities or something in life doesn't uh, take you to the that success.
So where can we go from there? Like what can we as everyday people do?
That told me like an hour ago that, oh, I'm not like technical people, but I need to learn about data analysis and machine learning. I think that how can I do that? And I know people that have a lot of things about that subject. So I think maybe I can make like a mentoring relationship there. And if I can do all the things that I do because a mentor, maybe she can do that too. So I think we have to see that opportunities and take the opportunities. I think that's the thing we have to do, and we have to stop to being shy too. We have to stop.
I have been informed that people cannot hear my audio, and I am not 100% sure what to do about it because it is showing me that my sound levels are awesome. I'm not on mute. And so I'm just going to type in, can you hear me now? Which is obviously like not the best thing. We filmed a bunch of stuff because we're relaunching our academy and our website and our community. I probably wasn't supposed to tell everyone, but until we do it, but um, yeah, and so we had to film a bunch of stuff on site. Oh, it's fine now, perfect. Okay, and what I had to do, like we had to tear everything down and then put it back. And guess what? I'm awesome on camera. I'm not awesome at setting up cameras. And so so apparently people can hear me now again, and I don't know what I did wrong, but thank you so much for letting me know. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for joining us because it's a lot more fun with people watching. I mean, it would be way less fun if Stephanie wasn't here, but it would be less fun as well if all of you weren't here.
Yes, there is a lot of people that want me to to see me sweating and nervous and things like that.
No, you look, first of all, you look fantastic and you sound fantastic. And also your answers are also fantastic. So there. Would you mind
Perfect. So I'm
centering
learning.
out on the
I'm learning.
screen? Would you mind like sitting more in the middle? Because
So,
it slices off the side and I don't know why it does that. And I was trying to change our screen around, but when I used the hashtag, it like deleted us. And then I had to try to add our cameras back in.
okay.
Oh, greetings from Panama. That's Sheila. Do you know someone named Sheila Perez? Hi,
Oh,
Sheila.
yeah.
Hi, Erica in
She's a
security.
mentor. She's a cybersecurity mom. She has like, I think it's Shayla that I think she has like 7 kids, 7
Oh my
children.
gosh.
No, children.
Wow.
They are big now, but
Oh my
she has
gosh.
7 like 6 sons and 1 daughter.
Okay, so she's amazing, basically, right? Yeah.
Yes, and she mentor people. She study with people. She do a lot of things. She's like perfect. She's like my role model.
Aw. Thank you for coming, Sheila. That's awesome. Okay, I have more questions. So does sales pay well? Like when you did tech, did you like take and then you switched to sales? Did you take like a big pay cut? Was it the same or did it go up?
Can you repeat the question, please? I
Sure.
don't understand you.
Okay, so there's all these different areas within security, and some jobs pay a lot, and some jobs don't pay very much. So, for instance, I am a tech startup founder, and guess what? The pay is because I'm putting all the money back into the company and I'm always trying to like grow and grow and grow. But sometimes people are like, oh, you're a startup founder? You must be rich. I'm like, yeah, maybe in like 5 years, but like now I'm poor. I eat ramen noodles. I have to make my own ramen. I can't even afford someone else to make me the ramen right now. And so I'm wondering, did sales, when you switched, did you make more money or did you make less money or was it like the same? Because it's good to know for our audience if they want to go into sales, is it lots or is it like, I don't mean how much do you make. I mean, is it good in general?
Yes, I think it's better that not all, but a lot of technical jobs, because you have like a regular payment and you have all the things that you made because sales projects. You earn something about when you sell a company something, you earn
Commission.
a percentage of that. Yeah, and you have all the commission that you made in the month and in the year and all the commission that you can make. So if you sell a lot, you win a lot, and if you don't sell anything, it will you have your base salary.
Yeah.
And I think it's good. The base salary maybe is not the best for all the work, but you can make a lot of money if you sell a lot of things.
That is what salespeople have told me when they want to come work for me, and I tell them how little money we have.
Yes, because I think that you in technical, if you work for a company and you make technical job,
Mm-hmm.
you are only make the money that the people contract you to do. So
Yeah.
you can't earn more.
Yeah.
So you have to be an entrepreneur or something like that to can be like the owner of the quantity of money that you make.
Mm-hmm.
But it's difficult because you have to be not only the technical people, you have to be the sales people too, because it's your own company. So it's like a cycle and you have to decide what to do.
Okay, I have 2 more questions, and they are the hardest questions. So the first question is, what do you like the best about your job? And then the second question is, what do you like the least? What's the worst part? Tough questions.
The thing I like the most is, I think, is networking. you you meet a lot of people and you make a lot of friends because you help people, because they trust you, because you see that people in conferences and things like that. And I think that's the best part, because you make a lot of friends in that job, and you can win a lot of money if you work a lot. Things that you can do if you have a job that doesn't have commissions.
Yeah.
And the part that I think I don't like the most maybe could be the the it has to be with my personality,
Mm-hmm.
that I make a lot of friends, but for me it's very difficult because I'm very shy. So I have like stress all the time because I have to talk with people that I don't know.
Yeah.
So maybe I think is that the part that I have every day um, to go through my shyness
Yeah.
and my stress and do the work. I think that's the most difficult part of my job for me. But I know that there is very a lot of people that doesn't have that problem, so it's for me. I think that and you have to make a number at the end of the month. You have to make a number,
Pressure.
so that part is difficult because you have to do that and you have to work a lot and have a little bit of luck too to
Mm-hmm.
to ta- to to have the number done at the end of the month.
Okay. I feel like you doing this job despite being shy is very brave, because a lot of people would just give up and run away. No, it's true. I think that that's really impressive, because lots of people would be too shy and then they would just give into it instead of saying, no, I want this. I'm going to like push down my fears and I'm going to do it anyway. And you're succeeding at it. That's awesome. Congratulations. No, I think that's really good. So many people,
Thank you.
they if they're afraid of something, they I was going to make jokes about like current American politics, but I'm just going to try to keep that to myself. Um, we'll just leave that. I'll just shut up. Someone
Okay, but I think that my job have a lot of things that I love. So it's like
give and take.
you have to you have to take some risk or make things that you maybe doesn't like much too much, but
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot of things that you love, so you can do the bad the I don't know how to say the like
The hard thing, the difficult thing, you fight
yeah,
it and do it anyway. No, it's really
yeah.
good. So, someone in the audience, Shay L, says, hi, Tanya and Stephanie, greetings from Panama. Hello, Shay. Thank you for coming and
I
watching.
think she is my co-leader of WUSEC Panama.
Hi,
She and
Shay.
Erica, yeah.
Thank you so
She-
much for coming, ladies. I
and
really appreciate it.
and and Sheila, the woman that talked before,
Yeah.
she we are nominating her. I don't know if we have to say nominated, but she is like our new COO, and she's working with us to make a lot of good things this year.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Awesome. Okay, so that is wonderful. Um, I want to thank you so much for being on the show, and I want to tell everyone that they can follow you on Twitter. So you can follow Stephanie on Twitter. So her Twitter handle, which I'm going to put underneath her on the screen, but I'm going to say it out loud because most people will actually listen to this rather than watching it. So it's Stephanie Black 7, but it's Stephanie STEPHANIE. And then black spelled like the color or the hue, depending upon how you want to say it. And then the number 7. And are there really 6 other Stephanie Blacks on Twitter? Because I'm
Yeah,
imagining 1, 2,
in
3,
Panama.
4.
No. It's because I think this is my lucky number.
I love the number 7. It's my fave.
Yes.
Okay, I want to ask you one more question, and then we have to sign off because I've totally gone over time because I was having fun. If you could give someone advice, so let's say someone listens to this and they're like, you know what, I would like to get into technical sales. I'm interested in this. What would be one piece of advice you'd like to give them so that they could try to get into this type of job?
I think that the advice I can give to them is like they can do whatever they want to do. You have to have courage and go and talk with people and knock doors and explain them why they need the thing that you are offering them and why they need cybersecurity and why they need to have a path of security to have like a maturity in that field. Mm-hmm. And I think that you have to go and you can have fear. You have to be brave and go and try. If you tried 100 times, you are going to have like 5 deals. So if you want 10, you have to go to 200 and things like that. You have to persevere. I think I pronounced good. I don't know.
No, you did. You said it perfectly.
That's my advice.
So in the audience, Erica says, we are so proud of you, Steph. I think that's the perfect thing to
she's
end on.
my other like co-leader, WUSEC co-leader. Erica she's the best, and Shay is the best, and Sheila too. I love them.
Oh, this is the perfect thing to end on. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It was really awesome to have you, and I really liked your perspective about even if it's scary, go do it anyway and never give up. Really liked that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the invitation. I really enjoyed the moment, and I do something that I think I will never do, and I get like very fun and things like that, and I laugh a lot.
And you do it anyway, even if it's scary. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and with that, I think there we go. Oh, and I have put up the wrong picture. Somehow it has changed which episode it's showing. Thank you so much for being on the We Hack Purple podcast and listening to us this week. This week we had Stephanie Black, and if you're watching the image, you are seeing a different guest because something is wrong when I press the hashtag symbol and it messes up everything in my streaming software. And I apologize for that, but guess what? Our sponsor was still ThreadFix, which you can see on the image. And Stephanie was great. I felt like she made really excellent points. And I want to tell all of you that if you're thinking for a second, oh, I can't do this, or I don't know enough, or it's scary and I want to give up, I think you should think about Stephanie and how she's super shy, but now she does sales. Do you understand how hard that is? That's really impressive. So again, I'm Tanya Janca, and I'm your host, blah, blah, blah. Next week on the We Hack Purple podcast, we have Troy Hunt, and he's going to talk about what it's like to be Troy Hunt, because no one has had a career quite like Troy. And then the next week, we're going to have Barbara Schnaschner on, and she's going to talk about what it's like to be a security architect. I know that we had Mary Galloway, the Mary Galloway, on last year on our 3rd episode, and she talked about that, but I wanted yet another opinion. After that, on March 4th, I'm going to have Daveen Jackson on, and he's going to talk about being an app pen tester. And here's the thing. Daveen Jackson has his own podcast, and it's on 3 hours earlier. So I'm going to be on his podcast that day, which is called InfoSec Unplugged, and then he's going to be on mine. So you should check that out because there's going to be shenanigans. And then the week after that, on March 11th, we're going to have Gerard Overson. And I saw him speak at a conference last year, right before we weren't allowed ever doing anything fun again because of the pandemic. And he talked about how he battles bots on the internet. And it was like the most creative problem solving ever. And I was like, you've got to come on my podcast. And I didn't even have one yet, but he said yes. And so with that, I'm going to wrap up for today. Thank you so much for listening to the We Hack Purple podcast and learning about how you can do well in security. Thank you.